What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dreads and Kush. I'm finna make a little pros and cons video for y'all, goddamn, cause a lot of people I know they either cut their dreads, like they watch my videos and they be like a lot of people like they either cut their dreads or they still thinking about getting dreadlocks and shit. So before I even start, I'ma just say this, goddamn, like you'll know when you really want dreadlocks. If you still like concerned about it or you just iffy about it, then don't get them, my nigga. Like when you get dreadlocks, you have to be 100% positive that you want them shits, bro. Don't just get them. Like if you got too much mixed feelings about getting it, then you don't really want that shit. Trust me. It's just like when you buy some shoes, goddamn, and you be like, I don't really gotta spend that 200, but you kind of force yourself to anyway, cause you don't want to just go to the mall for nothing type shit. Like don't force yourself to get that shit, man. Um, like a lot of shit, like it's a lot of shit that you got to be ready to handle. Like the first thing when you start your dreadlocks, you gotta be ready for the itchiness. Like if you can deal with like the summertime and it being kind of hot and like itching and shit, then go ahead and get them shits. If you can't deal with like going through an ugly stage or like wearing hats a lot and shit and like people criticizing you and shit, like if you can't handle that, don't try to get dreadlocks, my nigga. Trust me. It's gonna be rough stages. It's gonna be stages where you look ugly as hell, where that shit just irritating you, it's itching your scalp and shit. Like you have to be 100% positive you want that shit, man. Like the pros and cons is really like a preference. Like some people they hate when they shit be all in their face and shit, but other people they love that shit. Like me, I had my shit like Chief Keef, like that shit was all down my face and shit. Like the first 2 years and shit, like I ain't give a fuck, but now I hate that shit cause it just be in the way. I gotta look professional when I go to work and shit. I can't, that shit just be fucking up my sight and shit. Like it be annoying now, especially when you eat food and shit. Like the hair getting your fucking food. What else? When you, all right, let me get to my thumbnail. Like if y'all seen my thumbnail already, like that's what happened to my dreadlocks after I dyed my shit. When you dye your shit, the texture of your hair is gonna get way thinner. Like that shit strips hair when you, every time you dye it, it strips hairs off of it. Like dyeing is not healthy. You can make it, like you can do it the best way, like conditioning and stuff. But honestly, dyeing is gonna strip your hair every time. Like like it'll make like you can see like this the front camera. I can't even do that shit, but that shit'll make it curly at the end, make it loose at the end. Like if y'all got breakage and shit, like a lot of breakage at the ends and a lot of breakage in your locks is because of the hair dye. Cause that shit is drying the hell out your hair and shit. So if you dye your hair, you gotta get ready for your shit to get looser. Like, I mean, it could be a pro too, cause it still looks good with hair dye, and that shit do make it curly. Like, I got a lot of curly ends on my shit. Like, damn, like. See, this don't got like the 4K like focus and shit. I'm using my front cam. I can't. I don't know if it can get that shit. But that shit like curly, like all my shit's got curly at the end and shit and real loose cause I dyed that shit. Like, I don't know. Pro, con, whatever you. Oh, I do got a little bit of focus on this bitch. Shit. But anyways, goddamn. That's pretty much what my thumbnail about, goddamn. That shit just makes it can make the ends loose and shit. Like it's a lot of shit that come with it, man. Like what's another con for people would probably be like styling. Like a lot of pros can be styling. You know, you gonna want to, like, all right, me personally, like my pros, when I got this shit, like I got this like for a spiritual reason. I got this shit for a lot of fucking reasons. Spiritual, goddamn, it makes me feel like y'all gonna laugh at me and shit, but like this shit made me feel like a fucking lion, bro. I feel like the king of the jungle and shit when I can't explain it, bro. Like it makes you feel more powerful and independent, bro. Like you kind of go on your own lane. Like I started my new chapter in life when I got my dreadlocks, man. Like it's like a rebellious type of style, type of, I don't know. I can't explain that shit. Like y'all know what I mean. People who been in the lock community a lot, y'all know what I mean. Like it's like your own type of self-righteousness or whatever. Goddamn, I can't find the word for it, but you like your own type of person. Like when you got dreadlocks, like now it's like a trend and shit But when I was starting like in the dreadlock community and shit, like niggas wasn't worrying about like we was still like of course you care about subscribers and views and shit, but like when I first grew up doing dreadlocks, like watching Zaylock 23 and them niggas, like we was doing shout outs, we was goddamn we didn't give a fuck what was going on. We just really love dreads, like genuinely, like that shit deeper than just the style and how it looks and shit. Like I ain't gonna get all that, but fucking con. Oh shit, what's that? Goddamn, it's it's hella cons, man. Hella fucking pros. Goddamn, a pro. Let me see, I'm high as fuck. Shit. Ponytails. People love when they get their first ponytails and shit, man. My shit, my pro is a fucking just making that shit hang, man. When that shit hang and start, you can like shake that shit and shit. That's when you hit your goals and shit, man. I know I was happy as fuck when I was making that shit, shaking shit, goddamn, just dropping, just having that link, being able to put that shit in a ponytail, man. Anything that you like about it is a pro for you, man. Goddamn, it really ain't no cons but the criticism and shit. The criticism, the motherfucking, the stages that you gotta go through and that shit just unraveling, you waiting for that shit to lock up. But after that, everything is on you, it's just on your perspective, man. So just be mindful, like when you get dreadlocks, be mindful of like what comes with the territory and shit. Like be mindful, like make sure you got enough pros and you know what the cons are. Like you know you ain't, you know what to expect, man. Because a lot of people will get dreadlocks and they be like, man, my head itching, man. This shit, it's too hot, man. It's summertime. I had to cut that shit, bro. I was like, shit, bro. That's what come with this shit. Shit, I went through 4 or 5 summers already with these, so you just gotta. It's just how you look at it, man. It's no real pros and cons to dreadlocks, man. It's just how you look at it. It's just your perspective on dreadlocks, man. It's just your perspective, really, man. So basically, man, y'all just just do what you really feel to do, man. Like if you really want that shit, I'm telling you, man, that shit when I first got it, bro, I was happy as fuck, bro. Like that shit just looked fire as hell to me, bro. Like you gonna be satisfied, bro. If you really like dreadlocks and you really want to get them, just go ahead and get them, man. Don't worry about the stages. You gonna get there. Just stay motivated. Watch my old videos, man. I done been through the ugly ass fucking stages, man. But I think I'm finna goddamn do an ACV rinse for y'all in a minute, so I'm gonna go upstairs real quick, man. This is your boy Dreads and Kush. Stay subscribed, goddamn. Let y'all see that shit. Like this video if you like it, hit that. Comment, rate, subscribe, man. I'm gonna get back to y'all in the next video, man. Gone.